fields. Obviously, more than 4 bonds, that's okay, because sulfur is a period 3 boy, he's got d orbitals available to him. We don't see that. I mean, one of the simple things about organic chemistry is that we're so period 2 centric that all we really need to deal with the vast majority of the time are s and p orbitals. None of those screwy d orbital things that you had to deal with in Gen Chem, and you got octahedral structures and trigonal bipyramidal structures and all the variations of those things that you probably didn't like. We're simple here. Tetrahedral, trigonoplanar, linear, we're done for the most part as far as geometrical structures go. Unless we sneak a sulfur in there, then we got to deal with d orbitals. Okay. The real value of this reaction, the big value of this reaction, and we'll see it in a bit, is that it's easily reversible. It's easy to stick that sulfonic acid group onto the ring. It's easy to take the sulfonic acid group off of the ring. Energetically, they're fairly equivalent. Oh, you can put the sulfonic acid group on, you can take the sulfonic acid group off. There's going to be a general equilibrium there that isn't really highly favored one way or the other, so anything you do Le Chatelier's principle-wise, push it one way or the other, you're going to have a great effect. And it turns out that that's a very useful thing, as we'll see in a bit, to be able to take this thing on and off a ring kind of whenever we want to. Okay, as far as mechanism for this thing, it's a little different. Sulfur trioxide, one of the best Lewis structures you can draw, looks like this. Does that look like an electrophile? It's not positively charged, like the other electrophiles that we've seen. It's not an ion. However, it is a sulfur surrounded by 3 highly electronegative oxygen atoms. So we can envision a significant partial positive charge on the sulfur. And probably more important, he's got a spot where we can envision him interacting with the aromatic ring in that way. If that's going to happen, we've had some experience with this. We're going to have a whole lot more experience with this next quarter. We've had some experience with this. If something negative attacks a sulfonyl, think carbonyl, only sulfur, what's also going to happen simultaneously? Pi electrons hopping up on the oxygen. Giving us that rhenium ion intermediate with all the usual resonance structures that we can draw. And of course, deprotonation regenerate the aromatic ring. And then, of course, we have our sulfuric acid catalyst. Which would protonate this thing giving us a sulfonic acid group. And looky here. We've regenerated the sulfuric acid, therefore it's a catalyst. Okay? So mechanism slightly different simply because it's not an out-and-out positively charged electrophile attacking the ring. But it's something where the sulfur has a significant partial positive charge, and probably more importantly, in a Lewis acid sense, it's poised to be receiving a pair of electrons. Okay, having drawn that mechanism, I won't ask you for it on a quiz or test. I certainly could ask you to draw a detailed mechanism for halogenating a ring. I certainly could ask you to draw a detailed mechanism for nitrating a ring. I certainly could ask you to draw a detailed mechanism for alkylating a ring. I certainly could ask you to draw a detailed mechanism for acylating a ring. I will not ask you to draw a detailed mechanism for sulfonating a ring. The most important thing about sulfonating a ring is what I already said. It can be put on easily and taken off easily. It's something that we have significant control over. And as we'll see sometime next week, that's a valuable thing. Okay, I got 2 minutes left. I'm going to waste a minute plus of that. I'm going to take a little bit simply to say, so far we've looked at putting one thing on the ring. There are 6 spots on benzene. Potentially we could hexa-substitute a benzene ring. All we've done thus far, they can say, we ain't hexa-substitute nothing. So far all we've done is mono-substitute. Well, we're not going to hexa-substitute, but we sure as heck are going to look at di-substituting and even tri-substituting a ring. And kind of the bottom line, we'll get to it in detail next week, when we go to stick a second substituent onto the ring, it matters a whole lot what the first substituent is. That greatly influences what happens when we try to stick a second substituent on. And I'll leave you.